Jay-Z on the Rocks, backstage once again at Midsummer Music Fest 2026, and I've got Aaron from the band Kingdom Collapse. First time you and I have had a chance to talk. We've been chatting a little bit off the air here before, and we were just talking about your song Uprise and how we were starting to spin it on 94 Rocks and how well that did.
Yeah, because that was right around when COVID had started, like 2020. So I don't know how it was for y'all, but we didn't know with music radio stations how the world was going to look, because obviously there was no touring, but we didn't know if COVID would affect radio. But we lucked out with people like y'all and other stations spinning the song, so we appreciate that.
You know, let's talk about that, because Uprise was a big song for you. You got a huge push from Vinny and Octane. I think it went to #1. It was during the COVID time. Did that push was great, but after COVID happened, did it kind of like you had to start over again?
Kind of like it really helped. Like it's on the radio, the streaming, all of that side. It helped get us out there. Because even before that, we had a song "Suffer" that it wasn't radio, but YouTube, it kind of blew up on there. So the internet world was knowing us, but we hadn't toured as much yet. So Uprise comes, we're doing radio. We're like, all right, let's hit the road. Then nope. But fortunately, it kept getting streamed. People were listening, being played on radio. So we just waited it out. And then Unbreakable was maybe a year or so after that. And then we hit the road like 2021.
And then after that, here you are today now.
Yes, we have been living on the road for the past 5, what are we in, 26 now? Yeah, about 5 years.
Yeah. We saw you last week over at Rockfest in Gannett, Wisconsin. A little smoky over there, a little hot.
Yeah.
It's going to be hot today, but it wasn't too smoky, at least here. Do you like festivals, I guess? And is it a good way to get in front of people that don't know you?
Yeah, no, we love the festivals, because playing like Rockfest, for example, in the Wisconsin Cadott area, it's like people have seen us there 3 times, but then that helps them get out to when we play locally in their markets. So the festivals are a huge way to help get us out there to new fans.
I think a few years ago you were on the Boneyard, and last year you're on last week you're on the Who's on Top.
And then 2 years ago we were on main stage.
You were on the main stage early on, if I remember right? So you're kind of just getting the whole circuit over there, aren't you?
Yeah. So we've done every stage now, so now we can, take our pick of the litter.
Talk about this band a little bit, and for people that don't know Kingdom Collapse, obviously on 94 Rocks they do, but there might be other people that are watching. Give us kind of the history of kind of how this band really all came about.
So Jonathan and I, singer, we've known each other since we were like 5. Grew up in the same town, did flag football together, stuff like that.
And that's in Texas, right?
That's in Texas, yep. So we knew each other then. Fast forward to after high school. I've always been more on the business side with us. Like I used to just manage the band. But Jonathan, he's always been a guitarist. But one day he was like, dude, I think I'm going to start singing. Because all the bands he were in just started falling apart. And I never doubted him. I was like, whoa. Because he had never really sang before. But he started writing songs. That was 2017. Around 2017 was when he was writing. And Drifting Away was like the first official Kingdom Collapse song that came out. And since then, they played locally. I was still managing. But then, again, when COVID hit, I was living in LA at the time, too. I was doing kind of hired gun pop stuff for other artists. COVID hit, industry shuts down. I moved back. I was like, hey, rather than me just being a manager, we should be half the band and all of this so we can do half the business, be half the band. So that was 2020, 2021 when that happened. And then we got David. David's been with us since then. And then Gaston we've had for the past 2.5 years now. So we really haven't had, after I joined, we haven't had many changes lineup-wise.
So let me ask you that on the change side of things, has the band's sound evolved since the first release?
Yes, and the cool thing with us too, and our label Mascot approved it as well, is Jonathan has produced basically everything we've done. He's the producer, and we've all like co-written songs with him, but he's still the main like creative force of it. And him as a writer and as a singer, he's, over the years just kept getting better and better, and it keeps growing. So I wouldn't say, it's not like we started out as some soft band and we became heavy metal, but the songwriting has definitely improved and just keeps getting better.
So let's ask on that question. Do you write with a specific message in the music, or do the lyrics just develop naturally?
So it's different for every band, But kind of with our process is like Jonathan or someone will come up kind of just with a chorus, like a melody, just have acoustic, have a melody, and then, you know, put some lyrics in, figure that out, then build the song around it. But sometimes we'll go into it and it's like, dude, I'm pissed off because of this, and then, you know, start writing something, or I feel really good because of this, and then you write something.
All right, we got to ask, you got a new release, new song right now. It's called Survivor, and it's going to be off the new album, Survivor, which is coming out on October 30th. So let's talk about Survivor. What inspired that latest release?
So, and again, that one was Jonathan, and then our friend Eli, I think, co-wrote with him. But it's really kind of message-wise the KC bread and butter about getting through hard times. You know, similar Unbreakable was kind of like that, but some people may not know, but Jonathan, when he was 8, saw his dad die, like just literally right in front of him, like heart attack, you know, as an 8-year-old. So you can imagine what that, you know, would do to someone that age. And, you know, music, I can speak for him, that music helped him get through that. And, you know, for all of us, we've all been through different things. And so that song Survivor kind of is a testament to just getting through, because daily you could wake up on the wrong side of the bed and be pissed off, right?
Right.
But you've got to find a way to work through whatever it is, you know, and survive.
So talk about then the album itself, the song Survivor, but what about the album? Let's chat about that a little bit and kind of the flavor of this album coming out.
Yeah, so again, the overall theme of it, I'd say, is optimism, getting through, right? But we have songs like, we have Watch You Bleed on there, which was a song we released a few months ago. That one's more, I'd say, our angrier, kind of like Suffer, about you screwed me and this is how I feel. Like, you know, because again, we're human, so we have every emotion, and I think the album covers every single emotion from that to Survivor. And then we're gonna have like Unbreakable will be on the album. Save Me From Myself is on there.
Okay.
So we have some catalog songs that were never put in to an album that we wanted to include. And then, yeah, just it covers every spot of rock.
How excited are you about this new album? You know, every album is like somebody's baby. You know, this is the next baby. I mean, talk about this album coming up.
We're really excited because we've never released a proper like full-length album, and Mascot, our label, has been a great partner with putting everything together, and we are ready. It's October 30th is when it comes out, and we still have Survivor is doing its thing at radio.
Yep.
We have one more song. So nowadays it's weird because bands will release, you know, like you know, 4 or 5, maybe even 6 songs before the album, because with streaming you've got to feed that beast, and then you got the radio beast. There's so many things you have to do. So before October we have one more song we're going to release. It's like September 2nd or so, but then after that is the album in October.
You're on the business side. You just said you've got to feed the beast of basically, you know, online, the streaming. As a radio programmer, sometimes it's difficult when you release a song after that, because we need to give it some legs to breathe.
Yeah.
How do you manage that, I guess?
Well, we were literally just talking about that. Is like, you know, Survivor's our current single, right?
Yeah.
And we have a cover out right now called Unwritten, Natasha Bedingfield, and that thing is streaming insanely, which is a good thing for us, right? It's a good problem to have that and another song out, but you know, we do these radio visits, but we don't want people to forget, hey, Survivor is our, you know, that's our radio single. But to the average listener, they're just listening what's on streaming. Or if you have, you know, if you listen to 94 Rocks, if you listen to whatever station, they're going to listen there. But yeah, we just make sure we keep all business parties involved happy. Because, you know, we don't want radio to stop. We don't want any of that to stop. So, you know,
and I wasn't going to ask this question, but I will ask. AI has become huge in the music industry, and some people are embracing it, some people aren't embracing it. I guess, what's the stance of Kingdom Collapse?
We don't. I don't. It sounds to me like we don't embrace it.
Right.
Like in our songwriting process, like we don't use any of those apps. I feel like with those apps, it makes anyone think they can be a prolific songwriter, and because you and I could go in right now, type a prompt.
Absolutely, I could be the next number one hit.
You honestly could. Like, you could type in a prompt, it'll spit out 8 versions of that sound pretty good. When back in the day, you actually had to demo your songs with instruments. So on that front, we do not endorse it. Like, we still write our music, and that's why we like having Mascot as a label. They supported us taking time to get all of this done. Because, I mean, if we did Suno or if anyone used that app, you could technically have an album in like a day.
Yeah, it's nuts.
And we don't, we value art, we value music, and we don't want to dumb it down to just typing in, I had a bad day, give me a song.
I don't think people realized 3-4 years ago when they started talking about it how crazy it would get.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't think it would get to this point.
Suno, if you know that app, Warner Music owns them now, so these labels are starting to buy them up. So now we gotta see, like, all right, what's this next move? Why are I have a theory, which could be another conversation of why labels are doing it, but who knows?
Right. A couple more questions, and I got some rapid fire questions. If you weren't musicians, and maybe you still do work too besides being a musician, but what career do you think you'd have?
Definitely professional quarterback.
Really?
No.
Love it.
No,
For the Cowboys or what? Are you? Yeah.
Oh, amen.
Oh, yeah.
Amen.
There you go. Yeah. You saw that.
Yeah, the camera.
Yeah.
Cowboys star.
Yeah.
Somewhere there.
There you go.
No, so I was a professional. We still are, right, in the band, but I was a working musician. Like, I played for pop artists, so I traveled the world playing for different people. That was my previous music career profession before that. But then when COVID hit, before I picked up playing here, I got my teacher certification. I was a full-time PE teacher.
Nice.
And I enjoy that. Like, it's fun. I'll still eat at home when we have downtime, be it for extra money or just, hey, I got nothing to do today. I'm going to go teach little first graders something. And what I found, too, is as I go into, like, 4th and 5th grade, when I've worked with them, it's like, I can't even do some of this math. Like, I need to stick to, like, 1st and 2nd grade. That's what I can do.
As long as you can read music. That's all you care about, right?
I can do that.
Hey, if Kingdom Collapse could collaborate with an artist, and you just mentioned Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten, but whether it be living or dead, who would it be?
So, I know I can comfortably speak for the band with, like, Scott Stapp or Creed.
Yeah.
That would be, Jonathan, probably even David. We would love that. For me personally, definitely Elvis, because I grew up with my family listening to the oldies.
Yep.
And really loved Elvis.
I remember a lot of those 33s spinning in my basically living room at my house, where my parents too. A lot of Elvis. But Creed, actually Scott Stapp was on this stage about 3 years ago. He played.
Really?
Here. Yeah. When
That's
he just
awesome.
did it before he actually got back with Creed. So you're going to be playing on the same stage. So you can tell Jonathan that he's playing on the same stage as Scott Stapp did a few years ago here. All right, quick rapid fire questions. Here we go. Coffee or energy drinks?
Right now it's Celsius, so I'll go energy drinks.
Okay. Favorite road snack?
White Castle.
Morning person or night owl?
Morning person.
Tattoos or more tattoos?
More tattoos.
Okay. Loudest crowd you've ever played?
Probably Rockville 2021. Welcome to Rockville and Daytona Beach.
All right. We'll talk about that. Dream festival then to play at?
Honestly, I'd want to do... we've done... Like, we did Rockville.
Yeah.
I see more of those in our future, like the Danny Wimmers, but it'd be cool to do, like, a mainstream... I'm not saying, like, Coachella, but maybe, like, is it Bamboozle, the Chicago one? Limp Bizkit played it a couple years ago. Lollapalooza. Something like that hits the mainstream, not only rock, but hits, like, everything.
Okay.
A festival like that.
Into Europe side?
Oh, I forgot about that. Rock and Ring.
Okay,
Yeah,
there you go.
yeah.
I was going to say. Favorite karaoke song?
Lips of an Angel by Hinder.
Oh, a little Austin, huh?
Yep.
Favorite guilty TV show? What's your guilty pleasure for a TV show?
Probably what do they call it? Crime. So I just finished watching this Worst Ex Ever series on Netflix.
Okay.
It's based on real cases, but it's about exes that come back and either commit heinous crimes or just steal from you.
Love it.
It's fascinating.
Cats or dogs? He's torn.
I'm hybrid. Wait, on stage last night, Jonathan was talking about that to the fans because he went through each band member. Jonathan's definitely cats. David is cats. And he said to the crowd that I was a hybrid. But if I had to pick, I'd probably say cats now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And one album every rock fan should own.
Blue Sky Research by Taproot.
Love it.
Taproot is like one of my favorite bands of all time.
Love it. Have you had a chance to play with them?
We have not, but they know, like, we're friends with them, and I have their singer tattooed on me. So I can never be his friend in real life.
And it's on the other side of the arm, so you can't see it. You gotta,
It's
there you go.
there. That's
there
Steve
it
right
is.
there.
There it is. Once again, Survivor coming out October 30th,
Yep.
and I'm guessing they can get it everywhere.
Yes. And soon we'll have like the pre-order for the physical available, and then obviously on the 30th of October, any streaming platform will be on there.
Great. Aaron, a lot of fun chatting with
appreciate
you.
it. And we thank, dude, for y'all's support from, since Uprise, since 2020. Like, we appreciate it.
That's Aaron from Kingdom Collapse. I'm Jay-Z on the rocks.